How was this meditation, connecting with yourself? You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that you needed it and how much you needed it? So that help you appreciate you. In the meditation, there is nobody else but yourself. So whether you like it or not, you are with yourself and you appreciate it. Did you have do you have any question regarding your technique, your meditation, maybe the meditation you had at home or the one we had tonight? Do you like to share any question, remarks? Nothing to share. You keep everything inside. That's your secret.
I'm gonna I like my meditation, the baby of that being. It's like it lingers, and I'm being that is like priceless. Yeah, that being bliss.
Okay. Okay. This is the thing with the experience of meditation is that it's direct and it's fast. You see, other practices like yoga and any other thing that you will do, it will take some time before you can see the result. But with the meditation, it's right there. Why?
Right
Because
here.
it's you.
Yeah,
I'm right
here right now.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're here right now by your own experience, nobody's telling you. It's your experience, directly you experience that. How come it's not there all the time? You're not there all the time?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened?
Distractions for distractions, or just distractions. So it's still there, but my attention's not necessarily on myself.
Hmm.
It's distracted on other things.
Does that mean that in life your attention should not go to what you are doing?
I don't think it. I think it should. I think I should have attention on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
think
what's
that's
missing?
um, maybe. Hmm.
You don't see what's missing?
I would say it's me in the doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You become the doer instead of the being
Yeah.
doing.
So be the witness of it doing.
Yeah. And when you witness, you can do better because you're not limited. When you witness, your perception is broader because you are in the field of infinite creativity. When you are the doer, you is one thing. You can only do one thing at a time. I know some people try to do two. That's why they are leftists. Yeah. Okay, the doer is limited. But when you do as being, vast. Okay, everybody get that?
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna dive into the topic of this week's satsang, which is
Renouncing.
renouncing. Who is renouncing what and why? And how do you do that? We have seen so far that there is a concept of renouncing on a religious aspect, like as a nun, as a monk, as a sage, you renounce the world because the world has been described as a place of sin, a place of temptations, a place of like God is not there in the world.
Yeah.
So you have to renounce the world and then you be with God. So we have seen that in renouncing the world, it's repressing the world in you. And when you repress any energy at the end, it creates an explosion
Mm.
because energy is power. And you keep pushing within you, is going to explode either into some kind of perversion or a disease that you're not aware of. And we can say that 99.99 of diseases, this is the way they have been created through repressing yourself.
Mm.
You are naturally. And we have seen that mostly the holy people renounce sexuality. And sexuality is the most fundamental expression of life. Without sexuality, there is no life. So repressing sexuality is going against nature, and nature is awake and is gonna wake you up one
Mm.
way or the other. So we have seen also that we're repressing in order to be a good person, to be nice. So we're repressing anger, jealousy, envy, all the so-called emotion that we're not supposed to have because we are nice.
Mm.
We have seen that we have been repressing life itself, the life that we are here to live, because we have been told that this life is not the real thing. The real thing is when you die, that you see God, you see the angel, you see the Virgin, the wine, and all this beautiful thing that you want so much to have that you cannot have here in life. Then there is a promise that you're going to have heaven, heaven after life. And if you look at it, heaven is exactly like life here. The only thing is better. Like you have more money, you have more wine, more women, more gold, more more of the same thing. Okay, so we show that the imagination doesn't go too far. You can only imagine heaven because heaven is created by the mind. So what else we have seen on renouncing? You remember?
Renouncing who you are not.
Renouncing
Mhm.
who you are not. This is it. If you want to renounce something, is renouncing what you are not. How does that happen? How do you know you're not that? So far, you have lived as that,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Or attempted to.
and you have done that even if it was unconscious,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
it was a reality for you.
Yeah.
This is a
Mhm.
type of person I am. I know that. You don't see that your parents told you, society told you, the teacher told you, the priest told you. Their voice are not there anymore, but there is your voice that repeating what they have told you that you are. And you have continued to live as not you. So how do you
Mhm.
know it's not you now?
To know who you are, from experiencing who I am. Now I know who I am not.
Uh, do you want to explain that to?
Uh, well, experiencing myself through meditation,
Yeah,
through my life experiences,
yeah,
allow me to know who I am
yeah.
rather than who I told I was.
But how do you know this is you?
Because it's doing nothing. And the other part I have to do, and act and all that stuff, all these roles that
Right.
I have to do
Yeah.
when who I am is just being. So there's nothing to do. Yeah.
It's when the pain stops.
Yeah, yeah. And you get out of hell. You get out of the jail free car.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just being just simple.
Yeah.
Okay. If it is who I am, this is who I am. I don't need to do me. I don't
Mhm.
need to do anything to be. And the other thing, when I am, I tune with what the rest which is,
Mhm.
because everything is as I am. So we are on the same plane, the same, I don't want to say level, but the same field. And so I'm supported. There are signs that let you know this is it. You're supported. I want to share what you shared with me earlier. May I? Yeah. Betty has a powerful experience. I have goosebumps that she had to let go of her cat. And then the next day, a deer gave birth to babies in her yard.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And they're still there. And they'll probably be there for another week
Yeah.
or two.
Do you see?
Wow.
Do you see the message?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Does not stop.
Uh-huh.
Life is eternal, and life is not limited just the cat. Life is
Mhm.
everything is life. Receive life. Like when you breathe, every time you exhale, you're dying, and every time you inhale, you're alive again. You see, so it shows. you can see, and this is why it's I like the expression "be the witness," because if she was not the witness, she wouldn't even notice that, or she would interpret it as, "Oh, what happened to me? Why did they do that in my garden?" Da, da, da. She will not see the blessings, the message that life doesn't die. Life is eternal. It's continuing. The trees are alive. The babies are born, and this is beautiful. So, Shante, in your answer, you can see that the true you is the you who is effortlessly,
Mhm.
the the you who is supported by everything else which is. And the moment that you have to do something in order to be,
Man is no longer.
is not you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're in a conflict.
Mm-hmm.
In a convent.
Yeah, in a conflict. No, yeah, that too. You're in a conflict. I think pain is fine, death is fine. I think it's the conflict that's the the guide. I think for me.
When you believe you're not supposed to suffer.
No, whatever the conflict is, there's either there's either something that's happening, whether it's good or bad, whatever. It's irrelevant. For me, it's the conflict that is the guide and say, you, I'm fighting it. Whatever it is, I'm fighting it. I'm either resisting, I'm trying to push it this way, or I'm trying to influence it, try to push it this way, that way. And that feels like something specific. It's not exactly pain, but it's like a little, yeah,
Comfort.
yeah.
Yeah, but we have seen also
Yeah.
that sometime, so you have your true self and then you who you are not. Okay. And yesterday, I think Joshua was talking about why do you hold on who you are not? If you have
Mm.
so much pain, you stepping on
Yeah.
on a nail, you're not going to think about it. You
You don't
remove
step
your
hard.
foot from the nail. Why are you holding on? And I think that's when we had with Lemont this conversation. You know it's not serving you, but you cannot renounce it. Why?
Well, it's because you because
I
because I still have the same. I would have the same belief that holds sway over me. But because yeah, I'd have that. It still holds sway. That
what
that
is way?
sway means power. I still have a belief that who I believe I am
Yeah,
is still that important.
it's powerful.
That I can't let that disintegrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even if it costs you your life, you hold on to it.
But you don't. Yeah. 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 Because I believe this is my life,
Mm.
and that's why.
Yeah.
You know.
And you believe this is your life not because you experience it, but because it told you.
Yeah.
Can you make the distinction? Take an example. Anything that you will not renounce
Mm-hmm.
because you believe it's your life. Will you share?
Anything I won't pronounce. Anything I won't pronounce. I won't renounce. Uh, I won't okay, let's say I won't renounce uh, I won't renounce the belief I have to control my emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I have to be in control all the time, no matter what.
Yeah. So when you're controlling your emotion, what kind of being you are? What does that give you? You say it gives you power. So what is the power in controlling your emotions successfully?
I don't know about, well, it's certainly ego stroking, you know, to be, to, if I believe that I'm in,
Not if.
okay, I believe I'm in control.
Yeah.
Uh, then I have something.
What is that thing that you have in controlling your emotion? What the benefits that will be so big that you cannot renounce those benefits?
Just and then I'm better. I'm better than others around me. It's again another belief that that circumstances, I'm not letting circumstances control me.
Okay, let's stay with the first one, that you are better than the people around you. That should make you be better than others around you, right? That should make you feel superior.
Mm-hmm.
If it was really, really true that you feel, you know, you experience, you living this superiority,
Mm-hmm.
why you give them the power to decide
Mm-hmm.
you? Why will you give them the power to control your life? They are controlling your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you are not free
Right.
to be you because of them. It doesn't matter that you feel superior to them or inferior to them.
Right.
What is they are controlling your life? Do you see that?
Yeah.
You see that? We do something like, oh yeah, I'm superior to them.
Yeah.
But who created them?
Who let them in?
Yeah.
So not only you invited them to your house, but you let them dictate where your bed should be, what you should eat, what you should feel. Who is superior there?
Yeah.
So you have the illusion of superiority because you controlling your emotions. And by the way, you're not controlling your emotion from other people. When somebody is angry, everybody sees that. You can have the loudest smile. You're angry, it smells. There is a body language. There is not just the word language. There is a body language. There is the energy language. Your aura, your everything, your vibration is betraying you. So you're doing all this work for nothing. One. And second, you give people power that you think you gain when you control yourself. Do you see that?
I do.
So what's next?
Keep that up.
When?
Now.
So what's next?
How do you give that up?
Yeah.
I think we're at the topic is renounce, right? It's renouncing. So yeah, it would be to just to be.
It will be.
It's just to be whatever I'm feeling or
What are
allowed
you
to have.
feeling now?
Um, when I'm feeling, I'm just trying to. I'm feeling. I'm feeling a bit frustrated. I'm feeling frustrated because.
Yeah. So you have not renounced anything.
Well, I don't know.
We
Maybe
have said that in the past.
I
What?
think so.
It was mine in the past. I've never heard him say that. Like, I'm frustrated. Yeah.
Frustrated, confused, and things like that.
But the how
Mm,
for me is just to be aware,
mhm.
to be aware of it.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for me, that's it.
Yeah.
If I'm aware of it, then if I'm aware, I can be that witness.
Yeah.
But if I'm not, I'm gonna be in it.
Mhm.
You know, I'm gonna be the doer,
Okay.
be catching hell.
Yeah.
But what makes you aware of it, though? I mean, like the
To make me aware, I will have to be a witness.
Well,
how do
it's
you?
it's sign. I mean, well, because I try to suppress my emotion, but it don't work because it just shows all over the place. And what I discovered in trying to do that is that it hurts really bad. Like it's tightness. It's like I'm tight.
Sure.
Like I'm very, very tight. And that tightness is a sign, but it's a practice because if I was so used to being that way,
Right.
then I can't just wake up and say, "Oh, I'm not." I mean, it's like
Yeah.
renouncing happens for me naturally as I become more aware. Then I can catch that tightness and like, "Oh, you tight, girl." Shake it all, like and then I can go and do something else and do it, but it'll might be a space between like being totally back to, I guess, homeostasis or calmness and that tension because I'm so accustomed to being tight that it
Yeah.
feels more like a natural state
Yeah.
as opposed to not being tight.
Yeah. That's what Shante was saying earlier. When to be, when Joshua asked how you know you are,
Yeah.
when it's simple,
Yeah.
it's easy, it's you supported, things are flowing
Yeah.
naturally. There is no frustration, no confusion, no postponing, nothing of the past, nothing of the future. You are totally now.
Yeah, but that's you talking about when you're already there. I wanted to explore how do you go from not being there and being there, and it sounds like from what you're saying, it sounds like you need to listen. Like because it's when you
Listen to you.
listen
I
to
was-
everything.
The only thing.
Yeah.
the
Just
only-
listen.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're not listening, for example, you saying that, I think that happens to everybody. You have, you have some tension, and you don't know You're just reacting to the tension. You think it's normal. Yeah, because I'm doing something, and you just it's like an easiness, and then you just plow through because you're strong, right? You just keep going. So whatever happens, I don't know what the trigger was. Maybe it's TM, or maybe it's just life. What the hell knows?
It seems to me when it would happen if that or you moving from that point to the point of where you're feeling it, or you're, as Shante was saying, is your awareness, you're aware of how you're feeling is simply my attention's on me. It has to be. I mean, that's the only thing.
What is you?
When I'm I'm not defining that. I'm just saying that my attention is on what I'm feeling at that moment. That's the only thing I can. I maybe I'm not answering your question as to what is the mechanism, but that's all I see when I'm in the
Yeah, the mechanism is not important.
Yeah.
You feel frustrated. There is frustration.
Yeah.
You want to know where is that coming from.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we were saying with Frederick yesterday. Go deeper to the core.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Buddha was saying. That Buddha was saying dismiss the desire. Well, it has been interpreted you're not supposed to have desires. In fact, he was saying go to the core, to the source, and then you
Right.
see that desire, no big deal. Can you do that with frustration? The frustration that you're experiencing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the next question would be why? Like, right? If you're feeling frustration or anything,
why frustrated?
then what is it specifically?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What is causing the frustration?
You're frustrated when things don't go the way you want them to go. Usually, that's what frustration.
Yeah.
So in your case, what did not go the way you wanted to go?
I would have to say probably just my answer, my getting an understanding. I didn't like. I didn't. I'm not getting. I don't understand. I don't understand our exchange right now. For me, is it's not resonating with me. I'll say, and that I can say that.
What does that
I
mean?
don't know why.
What does that mean, resonate?
It means it doesn't.
You don't understand that when you do something, you live your life in a way that you control your emotions. That's what you said. Because when you control your emotions, that make you feel better or superior, that make you reassured, maybe with others.
Okay.
And my point was be careful, not just you, but everybody, that you do something in order to be better than the others. But in fact, when you do that, you are a beggar of others. Others decide how you should feel.
You're a slave.
When others are there, you have to control your emotions.
I got that.
That's it.
But okay.
So what makes you confused?
I don't. again, I guess whatever you keep asking me, and I
I
don't know.
don't
I give
keep
you my
asking
best.
you
I'm giving
anything.
you. I'm not
I
asking you
just
anything.
made that statement and I asked you, how do you feel when you realize that? Because you are saying that you are controlling your emotions.
Uh-huh.
This is what you don't want to renounce. Remember you talking that, and you took the pillow that it has value for you,
Yes.
so you don't renounce it. You don't
Yeah, I
remember
did all of
that.
that. I do remember all of that.
Okay.
As I, okay, I guess I was okay. I believed I was following. I was going with the conversation in a moment, and I was trying to take something out of my life, and I didn't. I don't know. I picked something I felt was real for me. I I'm not sure that what we ended up constructing was real for me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm frustrated with. That's like I don't recognize.
Oh, you see,
That
you,
I
you
don't.
you don't recognize that you're giving power to others.
I recognize that. Yes.
So
I
what,
don't.
what you don't recognize?
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't recognize what I I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Okay.
I really don't. So.
Frederick, you wanted to say something.
No, comment. I think I think my perception is that the basically what you say, inner conflict. That's the genesis of it. That's where it starts. You have some sort of inner conflict, and because you're fighting yourself, you have these problems. Kenny mentioned he eats when he knows he shouldn't be eating. Doreen, you manifested it. It manifested in you with a tightness or something. Me, it was like just self-disgust. All right, but the thing is, whatever it is, I think it has to be resolved within. You have to go within. After you've learned how to go within.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Someone has to show you, or you have to learn how to go within and resolve the inner conflict,
Yeah.
and then forgive yourself
Yeah, that's the key.
and
Yeah.
move on with your life.
One more thing is necessary: willingness.
Mm-hmm.
Willingness and the desire.
Willingness to do that, because again, you might say, "I love you," and inside,
Okay, right.
okay, you might say, "Oh, I want the truth, and I'm ready to renounce and whatever," and inside, the willingness is not there. You see, you go to the teacher and yeah, I want to grow, I want to evolve, I want to awaken and all this type of thing. But the whole time you're resisting,
Yes.
it's not going to happen. So yeah, I agree with you. You only can do something. No teacher can do anything for you. Only you can do that. In the morning, you wake up yourself from the dream state or the sleep state. You wake up yourself. The same thing, has you have to want it. And the trap is that we are so used to pretend, that we pretend even that we love God.
Okay. But that you're seeking.
What?
Pretend that you're seeking.
Yeah. So the pretense is there. And this is why, that's why I say I have to add something to what you said, is that, yeah, going within, looking, all those things, but do you really want that?
And you're right. And then I think one thing that might inspire you to make the change is you have to get to a certain point where you're just fed up with things as they
Exactly.
are.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point, then you will make the change.
Yeah. And for that, you need to have the intelligence to recognize that you are doing something that messing up your life.
Mm.
This life is the only thing you have, that you will ever have. And do you uh, do you have the intelligence to recognize that? Not everybody does. They can say, "Oh, later. Yeah, I have time. Monday, I take care of that." Life is now. So yeah, sure, you recognize how it's hard and all the thing, but still there is you need intelligence. You need intelligence. And intelligence, I want to make the distinction between intelligence and information knowledge. You heard about it, you read the book, you listen to this YouTube video, da da da. It has nothing to do with reality. Reality is you alive now. What is happening?
Mm.
Frustration, okay. What are you doing here? Not that I should not be frustrated. Too late. When you notice frustration, frustration is already there. So don't try to, you cannot go in a fast and remove frustration. So frustration is there. Have the intelligence to say, what is that? Who am I? Am I frustration? And only you can see that. Nobody can help you. Okay. Any question? Any question in Peru?
Oh, I'm listening.
Okay. Well, thank you for being here this evening and being open and sharing your beautiful self, filled with love and peace and divine life. Thank you.
Mm.
Oh.
Shant, shant,
Mm.
shant.
Peace.
Yes, namaste.
Namaste.
Good night, my beautiful cosmic family.
Good night, everyone.
Tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.